Okay, we are live. Blair. A little bit of pop up tonight. See who's out and about. Oh, goodness, a little too much color on the gloss. I gotta do something one of these days with my camera, iPad, something. So, anybody watching? Hi, Teresa. I decided to do a little pop up. Oh my goodness, the two Teresas, and they're not even my sisters. And that's how she spells her name too. I have Teresa Hadarian, and I have Teresa Levine. So yeah, but you'll never see my sister pop up in here. So that's interesting. My first two pop ups are. Oh, hold on. My sweetie's bringing me my tea. Thank you, dear. He's so shy. So shy. Hey, Sharon, what you up to? Want to join me? Want to shoot the shit? Jibber jabber? Hello, Leah. And everybody, this is Strawberry Rhubarb Tarot. This is Sharon. She has a channel. So if anybody, hello, Beth. Anybody who's not familiar with her, yeah, it's my sweetie. He's shy. He pops on every now and then. He'll look over. Boy, makes me think of um, Chrissy from Down Under Footprint Tarot. One time for about 40 minutes. Yeah, I'm not going to be on long, Sharon. Here, let me go ahead and do this. And I'll put it in here. Oops, if I can. Hold on a second. There we go. Paste. Yeah. Join me for a few minutes, woman. Yeah, so Chrissy from Footprint Tarot, she's in Australia. It was so cute. I was watching her the one day, and she goes, "Yeah, honey, can you bring me my tea?" And he's coming, and he's all you see is his hands, but he brings her tea, and I thought that was so sweet. Oh, take your time, my dear. So, yeah. If it actually really wasn't for really Sharon and Lisa from Spirit Intuitive Tarot, um, doing their nasty women on Tuesdays and getting some of us to feel comfortable coming on their channel, just saying hi to everybody live, and inspiring a lot of us to do our channel. It was Sharon, this lady right here, that and Lisa, that gave me the confidence. Sonia Rain Lee, she's doing her thing. I haven't talked to her in a while, but her channel's expanding, and she reads with EQ from Wisdom of the Blue Lotus channel, which I think is an absolutely gorgeous name for a channel. In case I just say hi, hey Fleck, what's going on? So this is going to be just a little bit of a chit chat tonight. I'll pull some cards, of course, you know, but as some people know, I'm kind of having a rough moment this week, or well, Friday on. So I needed to do something that was positive, and I didn't want to go on too early. Gerald was on with Allison, Aries Girl Tarot, Cleo the Seeker, Val from Dragonfly Crystals, Deb H. Purple Elephant, and Angela from Cartomancy Mesquite. They do their caffeinated and unfiltered show about every 2 weeks. So I want to make sure that I wasn't going on live too close to them. Let's see, Leah, Heather, listen to a song for me. It's called Dinner Garden. Oh my God, King Crimson. That is a name I haven't heard in. I mean, wow. I don't know if I ever listened to them, but yeah, that's definitely a blast from the past, Leah. Dinner Garden. Yeah. There was a young lady. Yeah, we're all still young at heart, but maybe Leah, you might remember her, and Sharon might. Her name is her stage name is Chrissy Steele, and she was the lead singer um, in the late '80s for a Canadian '80s band called the Headpins, and I mean her voice is just phenomenal. You want to hear her? I'm sorry, but Joan Jett, Lita Ford, none of their voices come close to Chrissy's. The power that Chrissy's had. To me, her Doro Pesh. I can't remember Doro's. Oh, Doro Pesh. She went solo too, but I can't think of her band off the top. She's from Germany. No one came close to Chrissy's pipes, and Chrissy had a really good solo album and did a lot of touring. But then, grunge took over and record labels dropped people, and she really didn't like, I guess, how some of the business was being run. I followed her for a while as a friend on Facebook, and she actually, after all these years, if you go to her, if you know who she is and you like her music, she released a new video last year. She did a video, a song in the video, and she hasn't lost her pipes at all. You know, so I would definitely check her out, Chrissy Steele. And another cool thing about too is Chrissy is that she did a song with Mark Slaughter backup vocals, and Mark Slaughter was from the band Slaughter, and they were both on Chrysalis album, the Chrysalis record label, and that was an amazing pairing between his high falsetto and her voice, just incredible. So yeah, check out any of her stuff. Hello, Cynthia. Welcome. Hello, Teresa. What's this that you've been doing? Shadow? Yep. Grace Slick. Now, for me, I'm a little, but Grace was one of those women that really got the ball rolling for women in rock and roll. Her, Janice, they paved the way for, and I know Stevie Nicks talks very highly of Janice. She loved Janice. And I think she even got a chance, I think, to meet Janice once before Janice passed. And where was I going with that? We were talking about the way Patty Smythe also. But yeah, Heart, just incredible. I mean, Ann Wilson, good Lord, you can't beat Ann Wilson's voice. And there
Hi.
she is. Hey,
How are you?
girl. What's up, lady? How have you been? Are you house sitting again?
I still am. Yeah, it's a 3-week gig and it ends on Thursday. So I just came back from a walk with the dogs.
Oh, how nice. We've been having beautiful, like spring-like weather here. I mean, we're having 50s and 60s for the next couple of days. So
That's
I don't know how you
crazy.
guys are over. Yeah.
We're milder than a little milder than usual, but lots of rain, which we absolutely needed because we had a drought till
Yeah.
October.
Well, not here. We
Hi,
get nothing
Rec.
but moisture.
Yeah,
Julia,
so
hello.
quite happy.
How
The
are you?
folks' wells on the island are refilling. So yeah, we're quite happy to have the rain.
So welcome, Julia. You're new.
Hi, Leah.
Thank you for joining us. Yeah, Leah's one of my regulars now. So yeah, we were talking about music. Yeah, and Stevie Nicks too. Yeah, we were talking about female singers with voices. Somebody brought up a song. Oh, Leah brought up King Crimson. Then I started talking about Chrissy Steele. She was lead singer of the Headpins, a very popular Canadian band that I still hear on the radio out of Toronto. And she did her solo gig. Then grunge hit. And all the heavy metal and stuff, was pretty much quickly dropped, and so she went in and did her own thing. And just last year, she started recording like a song here or there, and doing a video, and she hasn't lost her voice at all.
So Leo, I'm on the west coast of Canada. I'm in between the mainland and Vancouver Island on a group of islands called the Gulf Islands. I'm on the largest one.
Yeah, she's got some beautiful land where she is. And Beth, my daughter, just got back today from Australia. She is a singer musician and toured with Bright Eyes. I'm not sure who they are, but I'll have to check them out on iTunes. Have you heard of them, Sharon? Bright Eyes?
I have heard that. Yeah, but I haven't listened to them or seen them, but I've heard the name for sure.
Heart
Your
started in
heart
Canada.
started in Canada. Oh,
I'm not sure you.
was it not beating and someone, put the paddles on you?
Maybe her heart. Oh, Canada, because Canada's beautiful. A lot of beautiful,
It is. Yeah,
country.
I live in paradise.
Yeah.
I can't take really hot temperatures, so
No,
I love it
as
here.
I get older, I can't like I used to.
Our summers are hot though, and they've been getting hotter and hotter with climate change.
Hmm.
And we have drought conditions where we didn't before.
Her name is Marina Allen. She's a solo artist, kind of along the lines of Joni
Oh,
Mitchell.
really?
Oh, I'll have to play her because I wasn't always a big
Yeah,
fan of Joni Mitchell, but Shan loves Joni Mitchell, so we'll have to definitely. I'm down. Janice was born in Texas.
in Texas,
Okay.
right? Oh, you're
In
in
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland. Yes,
Oh,
yes.
so
Y-
Julia, do I know you through Spiritual Rain then? So I think, yeah, Spiritual Rain is in New Brunswick. So I think you might, you know, that's might be how I know you. That's how we're connected. Because Spiritual Rain, she's in New Brunswick. Tragically Hip,
Yes.
yes. Storyteller type music, yes. So I didn't. What were you saying, my dear? I didn't
Oh,
mean to cut you off.
no, no, it's okay. Yeah, I love Newfoundland. This is going back about probably 20 years. Um, my wife and I went to a really, really nice Irish pub in Victoria, BC.
Mm.
And there was this wonderful Irish band, and with Daniel Lapp, who plays the trombone. He's just not no, I mean the trumpet, and he just it's just great Irish music. Anyways, there wasn't any seats anywhere, but right next to the band was this table, and it was this band of young people, or this group of young people. So there were two seats there, and we went up to them and I said, are these two seats taken? They said, well, actually they are. We're waiting for two friends. He said, well, would you mind if we sat down until we'll gladly give up our seats when your friends arrive? And they went, sure. So, anyways, oh, they were such a great group of
Nice.
young Canadians. Some were from across Canada, but there were a lot of newfies in the group. And of course, we're singing songs and dancing. Even though we're these babes in our 50s, the young men got up and danced with us. We had
We're
so
still
much
babes in
fun.
our 50s.
Yes, we are. We
Age is
are.
part never quite
Anyways,
a number.
they really, really enjoyed having us there, and it was a great experience for us as well. So, yes, I love newfies.
Yeah, we just watched a video a couple of weeks ago on the history or the creation of the bodhran, the drum, that
Right?
the Irish would play,
Yeah.
and just really, just amazing. Shan used to have one. I would like to get one because I like drums. So one of these days, I like to pick one up and start learning how to play and connect with my Irish roots, and say, hey guys, help me out. Your great
Speaking
granddaughter's
about
trying to learn
roots,
this.
have you been aware of this Buffy St. Marie
I have
saga?
heard of her. She's Native American. She's been very popular since the 60s.
Yeah, I mean, she's been around forever. Apparently, it's come out that she's not actually indigenous.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay. I don't know if that was. I just remember her. Yeah,
Well, no, of
I
course I
remember
remember her.
being in
She was
college and stuff. Yeah, that she was
no,
Native
she was very
American.
big she was very big in Canada, very big. So,
Oh,
yeah, just it's come out that I mean, there must be more to the story. So,
well, I thought I was, and I still might be when I did that Ancestry.com. Well,
yeah,
the ancestry test, it came back negative, but I was told you can't really rely on a lot of these places, especially when it comes to the indigenous people, because if you have a heritage that may no longer, because a lot of them got wiped out after the settlers moved in, the white settlers. So should they go any of your, documents, whether, it could have been, your
yeah,
bloodline, you,
yeah.
you really can't trace it. Yeah.
Apparently she's the daughter of an Italian family. Yeah, actually, if you look up her name, Buffy St. Marie, on
Hey,
YouTube,
Sylvia.
even CBC, you know, did coverage on it because she's big in Canada.
Wow.
You know, I just wondered if you'd heard about
No,
it.
I didn't hear it because we don't really listen to the news. And yes, everybody can see that you're here. Yes.
Yes, so
Hello. Little
sweet.
Buddha Belly. There's my Buddha Belly. He's like, Mom, don't embarrass me.
You can't. There's my.
Oh, look at that kitty. Look at your
Yeah,
kitty.
that was Miss Foxy. Yeah, she died when she was 6.5. It was so tragic. I cried for days. I mean, I sobbed. My daughters were
Oh
checking
yeah, they're
in
like
on me.
there are kids. They're
Oh, yeah,
alive. They're a
exactly.
family.
Yeah,
Ziva
now I
just
have
turned
Merlin.
15.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
wow. Now I have Merlin. He's about 3.5, I guess. 3.5, 4.
And you're 12 or are you 13? No, you're 13 now. You old man. Are you an old man? Yeah. So let's see. Heather, Indigenous and Black ancestry isn't in the DNA bank. You have to
Yeah.
track it old through just yeah, and that
And
can be
through the tribe.
very.
Yeah. Yeah.
Heather, may I ask if a project with my friend Lisa will be a good partner? Um, sure. Let me go ahead. This is going to be
Yeah, we
most
can read
of
on
a
that.
chat. We can, yeah.
Sure.
Let's see, Heather. I have her sister to your cat. Oh, really? Yeah, just my babies. I got to do cards now.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to mute myself while I
Sure. Go ahead.
shuffle.
Yeah, you have to start doing that too because I didn't realize how loud it gets when you shuffle, and sometimes it's. So let's see. Oh, hey, Ellen. The CBC documentary on Buffy St. Marie was very good. She told many inconsistent stories of, wow. Isn't that something? Wow. Okay, so let me pull this up again.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Ellen. I haven't seen I've only seen bits and pieces of stuff on news, you know.
So I'm going to use my pendulum because I'm trying to get back into trusting my pendulum and connecting with my pendulum. So I'm going to mute myself.
You're muted. You're muted.
Yeah, I was using my pendulum.
I saw your mouth. I just saw your mouth
Yeah, I was
moving.
asking a question, so I didn't want that
Okay.
So I did get it with the pendulum. I'm going to pull cards to see what the cards say. But Lisa, let me ask you something though. What is your gut telling you? Because you're asking us this question. So is there something in your gut that's telling you that this might not be something that would work out, that would be for your highest good? That's what I asked them. And Teresa says, I love the sound of card shuffling. I'm going to see. So, Leah, for me, my pendulum said no. But let's see what the cards, but just you asking, you know, where is the uncertainty behind it? There feels like there's something that's kind of like, oh yeah, but oh I don't know. So you guys just start learning to listen to your gut and trust your intuition.
Yeah, I'm getting the same thing. I did. You know how Cash Peters does the thumb thing? You know
Yeah.
this. So I said, "Is Lisa a good partner for this project?" No.
Mm-mm.
And then I get the energy of the reading is magician. And what hit me right away was you have all the tools to do it by yourself. And the first card is the hermit. So by yourself. I think you have, here's a Hierophant. I think you could teach her a few things, but Hierophant, I think you've got a better grip of some of the rules and regulations that have to be followed. There's just something that you know, you have more knowledge, and you will, you're going to see the fruits of your labor. I know you're strong, you have the strong, connection with this woman. So here's the Queen of Cups, but it's going to end stressing you out. So you're better off doing it on your own.
Mm-hmm. So Leah, the first card I
hope
got out.
Makes sense.
Let me take this off so she can
Yeah.
see. Leah, I got the Three of Swords. He's
Oh, dear.
crying. It's a broken heart. Right off the bat. I mean, I could have just left it at that, but I wanted to see what else I got. I got the Six of Cups, which a lot is about kind of like nostalgia, kind of maybe living in the past. Yes, she's your friend, and you might have known each other since you were children, or but
Yeah.
I learned the hard way. I lost a friendship of 25 years, not of my doing, but of their doing over money because of a contract agreement that I did with her, but it was never put into, it was never typed up. It was verbal between two friends. And it's been over 13 years since I've spoken to her. And I also got the death card. And usually the card can represent, like a rebirth, but in this case, it could be the death of the friendship, if you were to follow through with this. And then I looked at the bottom and I got the squirrel. I got the Four of Pentacles, and the squirrel is all about saving up, keeping, it's like not the hoarder, but just holding your assets to you, holding what, whether it's finances that you were going to provide, ideas or something, but the squirrel is telling you to, bring it all in, sit on it, just hold on to it. But none of our cards look good in the pendulum either. So
Yeah, she says it's good to hear what the cards don't know her. Good to hear what the cards don't know her that well. Oh, don't know her that well, but it helps. She has a place and contacts. Yeah, and I have the skills. Yeah, I picked that up right away. You got the skills, baby.
yeah, I would just, self-imposed in prison, just be careful. Just really, yeah, I got I just shuffled again. I got the Ten of Cups, which is all about family and joy and celebration. But that was like recent past. But then I have again the Eight of Swords, excuse me. So that's is almost like a self-imposed worry, stress, victimhood, mentality. And then the last one I got was the Nine of Wands, which is all about burdens and being exhausted and being tired. So
I got the Nine of Swords, though.
Just
not good.
Just listen to what your gut says, or just you ask.
Yeah, just the fact that you asked the question says a lot. Okay, just. I'm just going to pull a few more cards from my own deck. Okay.
What I miss doing is just grabbing some cards and just talking to people and just shuffling and just seeing what comes out. Oh my God. Do what you want, but as of right now, Leah, the energies are not really positive. I mean, we have free will.
Yeah.
Just take this knowledge.
Partnership. So no on that partnership.
Oh my God.
Can't make this stuff up.
No. Let's see, Heather. I love that deck. How does it shuffle? It's a little sticky. Um, but I've been using here, let me show you what I've been using at time. I did get a bottle of or yeah, a bottle or whatever of baby powder, cornstarch baby powder. And especially during the summer where I'm at, it gets very humid. And because I'm in Western New York off the Great Lakes. Um, so there are times if it gets a little humid and they start to stick a little bit, I'll, rub it in my hands. I might put them in a bag a little bit, sprinkle a little, kind of, but otherwise, you know, yeah, Four of Swords, you know, taking a break, taking a rest.
She
So yeah,
says
this is
thank you, and then she says danger, Will
Danger,
Robinson.
Will Robinson. Danger, danger. Oh,
That's
I used
right.
to love watching that show when I would come home
Yeah,
from school on reruns.
yeah.
I lived and breathed that show.
I didn't watch it on reruns. That's I'm giving
You
away
had to
my
watch
age.
the original. Yep.
Yes, I got to watch the original. I thought it was pretty hokey even then, but it was fun in its hokiness, right?
Yeah. And so, Beth, this is the Mystic Palette Tarot. Um, I guess it's going to go mass market sometime next year around March or April. But if you want it now, like I did, I had to pay a bit of a little hefty. This was about 55 with the shipping. But when you get it before it goes mass market, you do get a signed card. The only thing that I was disappointed that it didn't come with a book, but I do have plenty of books on tarot that to learn, and of course then most of it's all using your own intuition and your own you know abilities and insights. Um, but yeah, it's just an absolutely beautiful deck. I saw Ginger Fang use it, and I was like, oh my god, what deck is that? And so some images are like wah, 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 but others are just like, but the more of a majority are just absolutely, it's Ciro Marchetti. You really, that Three of Swords with the man crying with the broken heart, that is powerful. That's profound. They always show the women with the broken heart or just a heart, but this card actually showed that yes, it's okay for men to cry. They have a broken heart too. They go through grief and loss and heartache, and I just love how they how he how he did that, interpreted. And that's another beautiful one too, is the Hermit. I absolutely love that. So yeah, it's a beautiful deck. I might do a flip through at some point. um Unless you know but let's see, she just said pre-ordered it already. Okay, so it's cool though. I've got a card signed, hand signed by Marchetti, so that's pretty cool.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Woo!
Oh,
Oh, there we go. Whoop! I hit my thingy. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Oh, okay. Because sometimes when that happens, it cuts out my volume. So let's see. What did Leah add up here? I thank you. I got a piece of malachite, citrine, and red jasper. Well, you have to, go by,
Mm-hmm.
how you feel. Um,
Yeah.
your friend, but look what happened to me. I knew that growing up, she was, we fought. Sometimes we, got into it to sometimes about money because she came from a very wealthy family. I came from a very poor family. It was rare though that finances ever came in between us. But as we got older, and she was more on her own. And her father remarried, and the family the woman he remarried had her own kids, so she wasn't receiving what as much as she used to. And so when it came to 2008, and you know she took a hit, like a lot of people did with the banks. It was very unpleasant. So sometimes we think we can trust, But for me, I've learned going into business with a friend or a family member, um, just something that I really hesitate
It's
from
hard to
doing
keep
from now
boundaries.
on. Yeah, yeah, most
But,
definitely.
you know, if you do go ahead with this friend, I mean, you've had warning here and you can watch out, right?
Yeah.
Watch for the red flags.
Hmm. Well, you're being given signs, so as you move forward, if you start to see those red flags, then just keep the reading in mind and listen to your
Yep,
intuition.
yep. Mhm.
Actions speak louder than words sometimes too.
Yeah,
So
but isn't that amazing that out of all these cards, this is my own deck?
yeah, you got no, and then the
No, and
relationship.
partnership. I don't know, pretty
There's
clear.
a popular saying, you can't make this stuff up, you know.
No, exactly. Does
So
anybody else have a question? I love reading, especially with you, Heather.
same here. I'm just going, this is something that I used to love watching Kelly do when she started her channel. And she would just grab her decks and she would just start shuffling and go, okay, what kind of cards could we all use as a collective? And
Mhm.
she would shuffle and see what would come up and prioritize self love and care. That's something that we can all hear and listen to and learn from.
And
And what
look,
I love about this deck is that very was it on
that's the
top?
it was on top. Yeah, it was sitting I have my deck
Oh my
upside down,
goodness.
and this was on top staring at me.
Self care, self
Self-care.
love, and care. Yep.
So
And what I love,
so
go ahead.
can you see that this is a stick figure stepping into a bubble bath?
Yes, it's very Cash Peters.
Yes, I know. My whole deck is very Cash Peters.
Unshakable inner peace oracle cards. What I like about these is that they offer you prompts if you journal. And this one here says, when do you feel most nurtured and cared for? And sometimes we have to really remind ourselves that, and this has been coming up because when I had Terry Renner on, her and I were
See,
talking, and Valerie from Illumination Portal. Yep,
very
you
Cash
know
Peters.
the concept, the thing of self care right now, especially with everything going on in the world, and just really feeling the need to just really take care of ourselves, especially trying not to feed into a lot of the fear, the horror that's going on, stuff going in our own lives and our family. It's enough to really drain us and to bring us down. So self care at this time is really important. Y'all do health questions. I will read on a general energy, but I am not a doctor, Fleck. So if you go ahead and ask a question, I can see if I can read maybe like a general energy, but I do not diagnose, or I know some readers do. There are readers in our community who will look at cards and address things and stuff, but it's always good that you get in touch with your primary doctor, your care physicians.
Mhm.
Um,
Of course, they
so
get different opinions.
yeah, but
Doctors can be way off.
professionals are always. So you know what I'm going to do, Fleck? You said health questions. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to shuffle here, and I'm just going to say a general, you know, just a health, you know, general question, general energy. Nothing specific, um, uh, nothing prescriptive or anything like that. Just or diagnostic. And so let's see. Well, no, well, this is the card that came up. So, Fleck, take this as you go. It says the collective field is impacting you, which means everything, like we are just saying, going on in the world is really affecting a lot of us. The energy with the planets, with the eclipse that we just had, with the full and the new moon. Things are going on in the world. So, that's what this card is referring to. The collective field is impacting you, unseen forces in action. And then the question is, how can you relinquish control of the situation that feels blocked? So I pull that for you. So hopefully that will resonate with you. But as always, make sure you see your professional, you know, seek your professionals as always. My energy been low through the cards, see that improving. Typing on my phone with one finger. Well, your energy there, it says that right here. No, I didn't see Sylvia. Hang on. Let me look back up. It says the collective field is impacting you. So, what's going on in the world, energetic wise, and everything, just really pay attention to, a lot of us are being drained by everything that's going on in the world. There's a lot of different energies, planetary, in the universe and within our own world, the nation, our country, our locals. So just be mindful of that, and as always, um, seek a professional. And let
So
me look up.
I did the energy, decided to do the energy around it, and the feeling of the cards here is giving to yourself. Okay, so a gift, giving to yourself, and be much more lighthearted, like the Fool is, right? You can see he's got his mouth pursed, so he's whistling. But
Whistle.
exactly. So it just you got to be more joyful and spontaneous. Okay, and the next one is um, you are cuffing yourself. So it's like the Eight of Swords, right? All this negative stuff that's happening, and there's been really wacky energy as well. And but you are handcuffing yourself by taking in all this negative energy around you. So you got some things to shed. Like here's the leaves falling from the tree. You got some things to shed. I mean, I was in a funk the last couple of days because there's some things that have come up around my daughter that I have to shed, and this is my other daughter, that I need to have a phone call with her and tell her what was coming up for me. So if there anything you can do that way will really help. But again, it's about joy, seeing the joy in the small things. And it's interesting. I don't know why there's a flip side to this, but it says, get out of your head. So, yeah, I
Sometimes
think
we
a
have
lot of
to.
it's stress. I mean, and the thing is, if you do have something that needs to be medically treated, I think, you're stressing about things is not good. Doesn't help it.
She says, I've got a lot of doctors, there's too many. Well, sometimes we have to be lucky, realize that there are a lot of people in countries and stuff who can't get access to those doctors. I mean, I've
Yeah.
been seeing at least six of them, and I've decided to take a break for over the winter. It's like I got stuff to work on, and then in spring, with certain things, I'll pick up again. But yeah, it's
Yeah, she definitely she's got some things to shed. It could be fears that she has. It could be, negative people in your life.
night, Beth, which includes my dog's
Good
potty and
night.
toothbrushing. Have fun, sweetheart. Thank you for dropping by. Um, so Sylvia,
Oh, I have to tell you something about the dogs here. I
okay.
woke up one morning and I was feeling this awful, angst and depression around something that happened in the past. And
Debbie.
the bigger dog, Rolo, he was in a funk too. I finally had to go. He's very sensitive, and I had to go over to him and say, "I know you're picking up what I'm feeling, but it's okay. I'll feel better soon." And then I went and uh, did some dishes, and while I was doing, I finally decided to cut the cord on the negative stuff I was thinking about in relation to my older daughter who's very sick. And so yeah, that's tough.
I have one too. I mean,
Yeah,
well, yeah. So I understand something that's chronic. Sometimes it's really hard, more extremely painful than others. But yeah, I got it. So
yeah.
go ahead.
Oh, just that, I
We can
told the
pick up
dog,
on it.
yeah, I told the dog, "It's okay, it'll get my energy will get lighter soon. And he seemed to really understand. He walked away, and then I did the
Mm.
dishes, and I did some stuff where I let go of some stuff, and he was fine then.
Yeah, their animals are
You know, they pick it
are
up.
the angelic realm, especially our
That's
domesticated
right.
ones. They know, they sense. They say dogs are, animals are stupid, but no, they're not.
No,
And
particularly this guy, he's very sensitive.
yeah, and our pets' teeth have to be clean. Mine won't let me do it, so
Mm.
you know. But for some of us who can get their dogs to be, I could never get mine to. So make sure
I
tartar
can go.
control.
I can remember going through a thing with my 3-year-old daughter at the time, brushing her teeth, right? And she started to fight me. I'm like, it's okay, you can fight me if you want, but I'm still brushing your teeth.
Yeah, so they do get bad tartar. Yeah, my one cat, she won't let me. So it's just like,
Yeah.
you know, I do the best I can for her. So Sylvia.
Hmm.
So there is a new Beatles song called Now and Then. Due to advancement of AI, they were able to create it with John Lennon being in it. Question is it a good sign for the collective that this song has been,
So,
I guess she
something
meant
about it. It
released?
has a something about it has a good message.
Yeah, is it a good sign that this song came out now? It has a great message about a love from one human to another. I think anything like that is a good song for right now.
Yeah.
I mean, how do I feel about? I'm very, how I want to say this. I don't want to say nervous, but I am apprehensive in a way about AI because yes, it can be used for a lot of good, but like everything else, it can be used for a lot of bad. And like anything, I've seen some programs where they're looking at how they want to start putting, chips in, and they want, AI to start being teachers and doing this and doing that. And I don't know. It's just, I just, I don't want to see the human consciousness, you know, losing itself and becoming robotic, kind of like, something that Gene Roddenberry really saw back in the day with Star Trek and about the Borg and everything, and how allowing computers and chips and things and stuff. So, well, there's a lot of great advancements in health, especially people who have lost limbs and have lost the ability to see. In the medical field, it's incredible, but like anything, it has its downsides too. I know that I've been really fascinated with the art that people are using AI for, especially for tarot and oracle cards. And I think it's a wonderful tool. And I'm just hoping that at some point, because of the popularity of graphic design on, the different photoshops and the Canva and whatnot, it helps me to create things that I technically can't create. But at the same time, I just hope that, humanity doesn't lose the ability to actually pick up a real brush, real paint, real pencils, you know, use the actual, materials. So it's it's a balance. Did you pull cards, Sharon?
I did actually on that song. So colorful foresight. I do have a message here about the message of this song. And is it
And I
timely for
haven't.
now?
She just want to know if I heard the song, and I'm not a Beatles
No,
fan
I
really
haven't.
that much, so I haven't heard it either.
Yeah. So
Hey, Allie.
it's
Sorry, really quick.
okay.
Say,
The message is really going to hit home. And I don't know what the song talks about, but from these cards, it is like, don't rush in, think it through. So like when we say things that are hurtful to people, like think about what you're saying and don't say it, right? Don't be shooting off the hip, which people, I won't name names, but people in the news or have given permission for people to be rude to each other. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
think it through because you're causing a lot of heartache. So rather than, at a person with shooting off your mouth, sleep on it. And then this is my paradise card because, where I live, there's mountains, sun, the mountains, and the ocean, the waves. And so I think the message is, I don't know. Every now and then, think about me. I miss you. Message from John DePaul. But anyways, the message I'm getting is think things through first. Don't be cruel to other people. Be loving.
Yeah. Even after all this time, we still having to talk about this. Shouldn't have to be still an issue.
No,
Um, Sylvia
but
said
it
yes
is
for sure. Sharon, Allie says it's a wonderful
wonderful
song.
song. Okay, I'm interested in.
Memories. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I
I
know
mean,
with
I
the
like a few of
AI.
their songs, but I've never been a big Beatles fan. Go ahead.
Oh, I loved them. I grew up with the Beatles. In fact, when I was 10, I got my first 45. See, I'm dating myself. My first 45 record, vinyl, and it was "She Loves You." Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There you go, go, go.
Yeah, I can remember putting it on the stereo, with the turntable and listening to it over and over again. I'm sure I drove my mother crazy.
Sure.
It's called "Now and Then" by the Beatles. Yeah. But see, and John was all about this message of love, right?
Yeah,
Like
except well, a
the
lot
the
of people
song
didn't
Imagine.
realize he wasn't the nicest person either in relationships and stuff. They've done
Oh, I'm sure he
documentaries
wasn't.
and things, and so it's
I'm sure
kind
he
of like
wasn't. Yeah.
he showed one face to the world for some things and then another.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
he did believe in peace, though. He really did,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I can't imagine what he must think about what's been going on since since he's passed.
Yeah,
It
Flex
really,
says humanity's all about fighting each other.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
someone presented it today. There, someone asked in one of the shows I was watching briefly. They're like, "Well, do you think we're going to go to start having a World War III?" And I'm like, I don't even mentally want to put that energy out there.
No, don't even. No.
I just keep sending, you know, love, you know,
Exactly.
and just asking spirit just to protect people. Try to have the people, because you got those dark people in high power trying to even think, people say dark government doesn't exist. Oh yes, there's a lot of dark things that we don't know about that keep pulling the strings and manipulating these situations for their gain and their resources. But at the same time, you know, there are people who are for the good as well, and just asking the universe. And you know, I know that spirit and angels and our star family can't really interfere too much with our destiny, but there are things that they can do that we can ask, just to guide the right people. Let more people be followed by, listen to their hearts, be led by their hearts and not by greed. And just keeping that energy up, I think will at least keep, how do I say this without being negative? But there's always going to be bad and good. There's always going to be good and evil. There's always going to be, people trying to hurt people for greed or whatever. But there's always going to be people who are going to be on the opposite and wanting to help people evolve, help people have a better life and do better and live better. And, as long as we just keep, raising that energy and asking for, the scales, the tip up more, for, the light than the dark, you know. But it's interesting. Someone asked, "Do you think there'll ever be peace on earth?" And I said, I don't think there can be, because,
I don't know about on that. Well,
I mean, we're here to learn lessons, you know.
yeah.
We're here to have a human experience, and that has to involve all aspects of what being a human is, and doing the right thing, while we're here. And, prayers for Biden, yeah, but you know what? Even I don't, to me, this is why I don't do politics on my channel, is just because I think that I probably would ruffle a few feathers. I just don't really, for me, most of the politicians, and this is what I say in a little b, is that not all of them, have our interests really at heart. There's always going to be, there are some out there that are really trying to make a difference, but yeah, there's, yeah, I'm just going to leave it as that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's why I don't really read on politics because
what's on? What's
I
what's
probably
going on, Taffy?
would have subscribers
going
not
on?
too happy with my perspective. Sylvia said the timing is curious. This is why I asked about the song. And it could very well be spirit, is guiding people to release it at this time. Or they might have been holding on to the song for going, well, when would it be a good time to release it? And the way things are going on in the world, this was probably like, okay, this could, very well, be a good time to release this song.
Yep.
Yeah. There's
You're
a
welcome,
young
Kelsey.
man. Go ahead.
I just said you're what she says. Thank you. So I'm just saying you're welcome.
Oh, she said thank you. Yeah. Let's see. I fought with my brother and sister growing up. Didn't we all? But now I'm adult. Yeah, we're adults. We grow up. At least we're supposed to, you know. Well, Allie, so good to see you, and I'm so excited. I'm going to be a guest on Allie's channel tomorrow with Allison, Aries Girl Tarot. I think it's 6:30.
You want to go out? Oh,
Allie, right? No,
could
6
be that
p.m.
she wants to be
on
fed.
Allie's channel. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to hanging out with Allie tomorrow.
Okay, I'm going to have to shove off
Okay.
here because I need
too,
to
pretty.
make dinner and feed the dog's barking because she's saying, "Where the
Where's
heck
my
is
dinner?"
my dinner?"
Yes. But thanks for joining
So,
me, Sharon. It was so
you're
nice
welcome.
to see you.
Anytime.
It's always a pleasure.
Anytime.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So let's see what we got here. But human nature, yeah, Shannon and I have a lot of discussions, philosophical discussions, because we watch things on YouTube on our TV, and because we don't watch the news and everything, sometimes we'll see things pop up on my iPad or whatever. But just different perspectives of things. Greg Braden is an interesting individual. We watch him, some of his guests, and sometimes just random videos, will pop up, and we have discussions about, this would be a whole, it's like a whole. You open one can and then you open up another can and then you go into one rabbit hole and then that rabbit hole splits off into another one. But there are just so many I think layers to our human experience that we just perceiving from a human perspective that it's hard for us to kind of comprehend. Our memories are erased when before we come back. And yes, Greg Braden. Yes. Sometimes he loses me, Allie, but there are times in there, and we don't always agree with what he says, but he's very insightful. He's been around for many years. He's got archaeology and thing. Was it archaeology? But he's got quite the resume. He really does. We watched some of his videos when we had a temporary free trial to Gaia. But still, certain videos will pop up, and there's just so much on this earth that we, the stuff that I've learned from my 20s, Allie got a crush. No, he is very smart. Um, it's constantly changing. Every time you think you understand something or you believe something, something comes along and it changes your mind, and that's a good thing. That shows that we're growing, we're changing. We're not just accepting things as at face value. We're all going to, maybe feel and see things differently or understand them differently or have a different perspective. But what we just need to, I wish we could really, our society, humanity could just learn how to respect that. But when you got all this other stuff being thrown into it, with politics and resources and people using religion as an excuse for being brutal and power over people would just stop doing power over and just do power from within to um what was that one saying I saw recently, to not to dominate but to support each other instead of dominate. um it would just, this world would be such a different place. Um, oh, hello, Delphi Ross. You're new. Am I? I'm supposed to be, but it's interesting that you asked me that because we were discussing it in the beginning of the show when Sharon was on, and issues with Ancestry.com not really having that much for Native in their database, I guess. And um, so I don't know. I have an aunt who passed away back in 2000, 2001. And apparently she found something. But after she passed away, her husband just threw everything out, got rid of everything. So what she found out, I don't know. Love your inspiration. Oh, thank you. Um, Delphi Ross. Oh no, because I'm thinking Rossi's Den, but you're not Rossi's Den. Fight for land, Fleck. What people don't fight about, you know, land, resources, just the desire for greed to have power over people. Um, it's that very dark part of nature that kind of what I think they refer to as the lizard brain. You know, now that's a whole other can of worms or a can of reptilians. Um, but yeah, there's also another gentleman. Oh, why can't I think of his name? He talks about the emerald tablets. I mean, I keep an open mind. Some things I'll listen to, and some people are very adamant that, excuse me, that ancient alien theories and the emerald tablet theories. For me, a lot of these right now are theories, but I'm open to them. Do I accept them all? Mm-mm. But I just listen and I take what resonates with me, and what doesn't may or may not later on resonate, as I develop, I grow. And for some of us, maybe this not, the path. Maybe we're not meant to on this, at this lifetime, meant to understand or follow or focus on that. Oh, wait a minute. Today's your birthday? Hi, Serena. No, of course it's not too late. Happy birthday, my dear. Um, yeah, let's change that. But no, I love having these discussions. Um, but yeah, we all have different paths. And one of the things that I love about Allie's channel, Gerald's channel, is that they invite people on from all different paths, spiritual paths, different ways of thinking. Marina has recently had on a young man named, oh, what's his name? Ramondo. Oh, this is awful. I can't think of his name, but he's wonderful. I would oh see, but his perspective is really different. He's a very breath of fresh air. Let's see. I mean, I have just met so many people over the summer that have opened doors for me to new ways of thinking about things, looking at things in the world, spiritually, in the cards. Um, Why can I not think of his name? I will. Fernando. Thank you, Allie. Oh, how could I forget? Just think of the Abasan. Fernando. There we go. Yes. So thank you. Fernando Marin. He's fabulous. I like him. I like him a lot. So I'm just sitting here trying to figure out, Serena, what deck um, would be a good deck. Here we go. I'll use my new one. It's called it's the Witch Oracle, Woman in Total Control of Herself. So let's get a birthday reading for you, Serena, and then I will get ready for bed myself. It's going on 10 o'clock here. There's just so many people, Allie, that's in our community now. It's incredible how many people I am meeting. No, I'm not going to do that. Ooh. Okay. All righty. So let me grab my book because there's a lot of beautiful writing that she does. Now, where's my book? unless my book is going to tell me to do this on my own. Okay, so Serena, let me just take this down. I don't need the book. The Lambeth Walker. Like, isn't that beautiful? So this is a woman, and I love the purple, and I love like the little witchy hat. Really cool. And below her is the Lambeth, and Lambeths are puzzles. Trying to, when we go in, trying to figure our way to the center, and then to come back out again. And for me, this is really actually a nice card for a birthday because being birthed, you know, we come out of the womb, and then when we die we go back into the earth. So during our whole life it's this constant, these constant journeys, going within and then going without again. And with this one here, she's rising above it. And I love how with the purple, for me it's all about connecting to the spiritual realms, um, connecting to your intuition, and rising above all of this confusion, this, getting lost, or um yeah, in the past. Because I know, I mean, I've known you, Serena, for a while now, and I know you've been going through a lot on and off, and from what I see in your posts. So um this Lambeth, getting turned around. But for a lot of us too, spiritually, we go down one path, we reach one spot, okay, we went this far, let's turn around, let's learn something new. And so we finally, it feels like she got to her center, and where she connects, and then she is lifted up. She listens to her intuition, her abilities, and she rises above it. And she's saying that you can do it, using your abilities, being at peace within yourself. And I love the yellows too, because the yellows in the card make me think of our solar plexus, which is our place of power, which goes nicely with this next card. So you were the Lambeth Walker. You went through, you walked, you found your way out, and by lifting yourself up, using your intuition and your abilities and your connection to spirit. I so my next card I got is the Witch card, according to the the creator, is woman in total control of herself. And this card basically starts off the deck. It's number one, and this talks about women, how it's time that we start, well, how we have been, but we really need to learn how to take our power back, and to and taking our power back, looking at kind of teaching the young generation moving forward that women are not the root of evil, we are not the root of sin. There is power, there's beauty, she says, in the curve of our hips, in the design of our soul, in our very essence of being feminine and who we are. So the first card is all about embracing our divine feminine, our power, our sovereignty, our intuition, everything that entails our ability to give birth. Those of us who don't want to have children, but we birth, new ideas, or we help raise the young generation. We teach the young generation. It's women raising the vibration and the understanding of divine feminine power, and not power over, but power from within. And it's another beautiful card too, where I wish more women would stop, you know, being manipulated for fame and whatnot, that we have to fight one another, we have to compete against one another. But if we just started working together, like Sylvia with the Beatles song, start working together, coming together, loving and trusting each other, and trusting in our own divine nature. Um, the fear that has been put on, you know, people over the centuries from patriarchal religions, about fearing, women, their bodies being dirty, this and that. But what they don't teach people is, without women, you would have, you know, no men. You would not have women to keep giving birth to the men. So it's about really just re-educating um, the newer generations, and uplifting and acknowledging us on our sovereign level, our divine level. And the last card I got, I'm not even going to worry about covering it, because I've been seeing things lately on YouTube. I got the Bard of Truth. and the Bard of Truth. And I love the swans. I've always loved swans, and swans are about transformation, singing your swan song. People say, when a swan sings, it's not really that beautiful until it dies. But if it has anything to do with death, think of it too as a rebirth. Your birthday is the solar year. You ended one year, you're moving on from that, you're shedding that year, and you're moving into a new one. So it is a rebirth, it's transformation. And the Bard is about, storytelling, music, sharing your story, sharing. I know you have kids, so it's all about using your voice and moving into the new year. Maybe not being afraid of sharing your story, sharing your truth, speaking your truth, whether that's through music, through anything creative means, writing, even if it's journaling, but just allowing this new year, looking forward to a new transformation, taking everything that has, transpired this past year. You made it through that the last year, you rose above, you're connected with your intuition, your divine feminine has guided you, and now moving into the new year, speaking your truth. Um, of course, we want to do it compassionately and kindly, but just going through with confidence and sharing what your truth is through poetry, music, um, or just even sharing your story with people, with your kids or people in their family about your experiences growing up. Our stories, whether we think our stories are boring, they're not. They're each each year, each experience that we have is like a tapestry of our life, and there's nothing more beautiful than looking back and sharing with people the tapestry of our life and how all of our stories intertwine and create a beautiful soul tapestry of who we are, and sharing that and speaking your truth, sharing your story, and speaking truth too, creating healthy boundaries, stating what you will and will not allow anymore in your life, how people will treat you, how you will speak to yourself, what thoughts you will tell yourself. This is really coming culminating this year with all the eclipses, the super moons. It's just been absolutely insane, the amount of energy, especially the summer Lionsgate. We're coming up on 11/11. All these numbers, all these energies are really transforming a lot of us on a very spiritual and personal level. So just tap into that and to speak your truth, even if it's just to yourself, and having that communication with yourself and sharing and looking at how you have changed, how you have transformed. And I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that, I won't say resonates, but I hope that, yeah, I hope it resonates. I hope you can connect with it. And happy birthday again, my dear. Another solar year. She looks like a badass. Yep. Aren't we all? Isn't that the truth? So, Serena, my dear, are you still here? Oh, hello, Fatima. I'm sorry I didn't see you come in. Hello, my dear. Um, let's see. Delphi is the van double parked. Oh, okay. I missed something. I'm just going to keep going. So, okay. Thank you so much. Yes, it resonated. Okay. So many use the word resonate. And I don't know. I just feel like there was a different word I want to use. You know, does it touch, does it resonate? Does it vibrate? No, resonate can be a good resonance sound, music, like her harp, her beautiful harp that she had on there. Um, so, everybody, thank you for joining me and Sharon earlier. Just been going through a lot. Friday, some stuff came up, and just been very, just been full of anxiety for the last few days and today, and probably until tomorrow, until certain things take place. So I wanted to be able to distract myself and keep my own thoughts from going to, unhealthy places, and enjoyed hanging out with all of you. And I'm glad I came on tonight, Serena, so I can wish you a happy birthday. I am on Facebook, but I don't go on there too often. There's a lot of stuff lately that I see that's just so drama and whatnot. It's just it gets overwhelming. So I've been really taking a step back the last few weeks, especially since Friday, and just kind of gauging stuff and just trying to deal with some stuff, personal stuff in my life. So I want to do something positive and fun and uplifting. And so, um, okay. Oh, you're welcome. And so, again, tomorrow I will be a guest along with Allison, Aries Girl Tarot, on Allie's channel. And let's see, Wednesday I am supposed to be doing a investigative tarot with Jackie's Crystal Moon. I'm going to have to reach out to her. I don't know if we're going to be able to because of stuff that's going on right now, but I will be here Friday night with Allison for our Friday night gig. And then the 11th, this Saturday, Jeff Bailey from Tarot Ask Backwards is coming back to my channel. Him and I are both poets, and we're going to be doing some tarot and some poetry. So I'm looking forward to that. And so, everybody, have a good rest of your night, your evening, your afternoon. Hey, Morg in the Void. How are you doing, my dear? I'm just signing off. Hope everybody has a great week, and we will see you on one of our shows. And thanks again. I appreciate you all, and we'll see you later.